Okay, good morning students. So today we will start our new chapter in mathematics and that name is sets. So this chapter you have studied in the previous class. So let's have some review of this topic. So what was set? A set is basically a collection of well-defined objects. Okay, objects should be well-defined. That means whenever I am speaking about any set, you should be able to list out the elements. For example, if I say set of all month in a year, so you can easily speak out the January, February, March like this, and set of all weeks, all days in the weeks. Then you can easily say that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday like this. But if I say suppose set of all the intelligent people in the India, then intelligence you cannot measure the intelligence and you cannot list out the elements. Okay, so this is the meaning of set. So whenever we are writing the set, okay, so set is, this is how you will write the name of the set. You will use any capital letter from A to Z, then you will put a equal to sign, and these are the curly brackets in which elements are listed. Okay, so suppose if I write an element 1 2, so between each and every element you have to put a comma. Okay, so this is how you can represent a set. Take a capital letter as the name of the set, then all the elements will be listed inside the curly bracket. Okay, so this is how you can represent a set. Now let's discuss the types of set. So first is finite set. So as the name suggests, if the number of elements in a set are distinct and can be counted. For example, if I write set of all even prime numbers, so you can easily write 2. This is your defined set. Only one element is there. Suppose I write set of all vowels in the English alphabet. So you can easily write only 5 vowels are there, A, E, I, O, U. So this is the finite set. Now let's talk about second one, infinite set. The infinite set is a set in which you cannot list all the elements. For example, if I say set of all natural numbers. Okay, so if I said set of all natural numbers, in that case you can write 1 2 3 4 and so on like this. Okay, so these, so number of elements cannot be defined in case of the infinite set like this, or set of all whole numbers, set of all integers like this. So these are the sets which are known as infinite set. Next comes is set which is known as empty set. Empty set is denoted by what? Like this, or you can denote it like this. Okay, so what is empty set? Suppose if I said you tell me the elements of set of all days between Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so as you know that between Monday and Tuesday there is no day. So what will be the element of this type of set? There will be no element. That means this is a empty set. Okay. So like this, you can list the empty set in which there can be no element. Or if I say set of all negative natural numbers, so there are no natural numbers which are negative in nature. Next is this singleton set. As the name suggests, singleton sets means when number of elements in a set is equals to 1. For example, if I write set of all even prime numbers, so we all know there is only one even number which is prime, that is 2. That means this set contains only one element. So all the sets, those who contain only one element, that set is known as singleton set. Okay, then let's discuss other types of set. For example, equal set. Okay, so if I write equal set, so equal set means when sets contain. Okay, next is equal set. So what is equal set? When the set contains same elements. For example, if I take a set A and I write like A, B, C, D, and I take one more set, suppose B, C, A, D. So see, all the elements are same, so we can write set A is equals to set B. Then next one is equivalent set. Okay, so understood the difference between equal and equivalent. In this, elements should be same, and in this, number of elements should be same. Okay, for example, if I take a set A, B, C, D, and one more set I will take B is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we count number of elements, this is how we count cardinal number. So number of elements in A is 4 and number of elements in B is also 4. So we can write A is equivalent to B. Okay, this is the sign of equivalent. Okay, when we have to represent equal sets, we use a equal sign. For equivalent set, we will use this type of arrow. Okay, remember this. So we can say that A set is equivalent to B set. So we can say that all the equal sets are equivalent, but all the equivalent sets cannot be equal to each other. Okay, now few important points that you should remember. First important point is repetition of elements is not counted. Okay, so whenever we are writing a set in which if number of elements, if the elements are repeated, then they will be counted as one. For example, if I write 1, 1, 2, 3, or suppose I write 7, 7. So this set I can also write it as 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay, so cardinal number will remain 4. Okay, distinct elements. Whenever we are looking through the set, we always see the distinct elements. So in this 1 and 1 will counted as 1, and this 7 and 7 will always counted as 1. Second important is sequence of element is not important. Okay, we can write the elements in any sequence. Like if I write A is equals to A, B, C, D, or if I write, suppose this B, C, D, A. Okay, so both sets are exactly same. Okay, these both sets are exactly same because in this we will not consider the repetition of elements. So whenever you are counting the number of elements in the set, then you should not take into the account the repetition of the element, or if the element is repeated once, twice, thrice, even 10 times, then you will count that element as only one element.